Uh, Last minute prep going on for Social Media Fest here in Wexford. Anita, you're coming to Ireland tomorrow. Woohoo!
I know, so exciting, so exciting. I can't wait. So just doing the last minute packing and doing a few little things. Got to pick up my business cards and all that sort of stuff. So that's all under control.
Brilliant, brilliant. And your presentation is fab. I know that you are going to be speaking about two topics because you're going to speak about YouTube, which is your specialty. You are the queen of YouTube. And you're also going to talk about, we decided that we'd put in a little topic called Don't Forget About Facebook, because a lot of people think, Facebook is dead. But, there are a lot of people that actually can benefit from using Facebook. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect in the talk about YouTube, for example.
Okay, so the talk about YouTube is really about helping you understand that it's not as scary as people make out, I suppose, and also about the different types of video that you can use on YouTube, because many people just think that YouTube is like where you put your video and it all has to be nice and polished and everything has to be perfect, but actually it doesn't have to be like that. So I'm hoping that throughout the talk, everyone that's there and those that have got the virtual tickets will learn that it's actually not like that, and that all you need to do is just start. And I'll be sharing some case studies, and we'll be going through some of the different ways that you can use YouTube for your business as a visibility tool. So that's pretty much what YouTube's about. We're going to be talking about the different equipment. There's a little surprise for somebody at the end of the talk, but I'm not going to let that out just now. And yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting about just really showing you that using YouTube as a visibility tool is slightly different to using it as a tool that you would want to be using it as if you were becoming a full-time creator, because that's the difference between using YouTube as a visibility tool for business is different to you using YouTube to become a creator and work on YouTube full-time. And I think that's where people get the lines blurred, because when you say, I'm going to start on YouTube, most people think, that makes me become like a YouTuber and I have to be creating content all the time. And you don't. And I'm hoping that my talk will show you exactly that that's not true, and the different ways that you can use YouTube to actually bolster your visibility and your influence.
Brilliant, brilliant, because I know a lot of us are getting used to making little videos now, and then
Exactly.
Well, I mean, some of us are terrified, so you're going to help some members of the audience if they're a little bit scared going on camera as well. You're going to give lots of tips, aren't you?
Yeah. And we can talk about the different ways that you can show up on camera without actually having to put your face on camera, the different ways you can use different tools to help you create videos. You might already have a whole catalogue of videos that you've got on your computer that you don't think are suitable for YouTube, but actually I'm going to show you that you can use some tools to actually make them suitable without you having to re-record them and things like that. So lots of different things.
Brilliant, brilliant. And then the talk about Facebook, what are we going to cover in that?
Well, that's really exciting, because I do a lot of Facebook problem solving on my own YouTube channel. So that's where sort of like how I grew my YouTube channel was from Facebook and Instagram, me using it myself, helping other people use it, but then realizing that because things change so much and so quickly in social media that people just couldn't keep up. So I started sharing the solutions to the problems that I was actually encountering when I was using Facebook, like sharing videos here, not being able to get into a group, or just things that we come across every day. And when I did the research for the talk, I was like, my mind was a little bit blown. It was like, wow, this is really happening on Facebook. This is going to be happening. And so we're looking at basically why you shouldn't forget about Facebook, that it is, still the #1 visited social media platform of all, despite what everyone, like, whatever the vibes are that you should be doing this and doing that. It's one that you shouldn't forget. And then we're going to be looking actually in depth at how you can actually show up on Facebook. I think this is quite interesting because people don't realize how many different places there are on Facebook for you to show up as a business owner. So we're going to be digging into that a little bit more. And then a few predictions of what is to come, what they're working on, and the different things like that I think are applicable to you as a business owner using Facebook.
Brilliant. So, when I decided I was going to do this social media fest, like, what were your thoughts? Did you think I was crazy, or did you think, oh my God, at last? Or what did you think?
No, actually, I thought at last, because actually it's really hard to know which social media platform to concentrate on for your own business. And it's really hard, I think, as a business owner, especially if you're working from home or you've got a small team, is to know which events to go to. Because,
Mhm.
oh, someone's doing a talk on this, or someone's doing, like, there's a video one on this, and there might be a course on that, and you're like, well, how do I know that that's the best place for me to put my efforts into? So actually having a conference that covers a lot of the social media platforms that we are, aligned to or not so aligned to, will be really good, because then we'll be able to see why we think it would work for us, why we should concentrate on where we are, why we should perhaps look at, especially coming into 2024. There's a lot of change happening in the social media field with the introduction of AI. I know we're not covering that as much on the social media in the conference, but it will be mentioned, I'm sure, because most people will mention it throughout their talks. It's just there now. And actually how that can have, how not knowing where to look and what to start. So having one that covers everything I think it's really needed, especially in person as well.
I notice when I go to events, the marketing talk or the social media part of the event was always jam-packed, and always, you could never get into it. Like, I remember at Web Summit and Collision, the same, the marketing talks where you couldn't get in because they were booked out. And I was like, there's someone missing a trick here. Obviously, this is still an issue, and people want to learn how to use these social media platforms best. So I'm really excited. We're going to meet tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm in UK, and I'm going to meet you tomorrow, and we're going to hang out. So if anyone, if you're watching and you haven't got your ticket for Social Media Fest, it's in Wexford on Wednesday. However, it's sold out, but you can join us virtually. So and I want to reassure people, when you're joining virtually, like, we are going to be monitoring the feed. We're going to be monitoring, there'll be a hashtag Social Media Fest. You can totally get involved in the whole event, and you won't be on your own. There'll be other people there joining virtually. I think there's 53 tickets left for the virtual. And you can actually, get involved in the conversation. And even if there's a particular question you want us to ask a speaker, we can let you know. We can ask the question. Pierre, thank you. Pierre Dubois has said, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Million, Pierre. And Pierre is in the USA. And, so that's lovely. And another thing about the virtual tickets is you can join from anywhere in the world. I suppose time zone wise, it might be a bit different, but, will be recorded as well, folks. So it's €25 for the virtual tickets, which is a bargain. And for you, Anita, what talks are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to yours, actually. No, and I'm looking forward to the panel, actually, because I think sometimes having that sort of option to have a Q&A and actually hear from different people, I think that's really something that I'm looking forward to. I'm obviously going to be quite nervous in the morning because that's when my talks are. So I'll probably be like, but the panels are definitely one. I mean, I'm really interested in looking at the changes in Instagram as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah. And I think for me, because I'm quite video first, I'm actually looking forward to your Twitter one, because I don't really know how to use video on Twitter in that format, like in the different ways you can use it. So I'm looking forward to be honest, I'm actually going there to learn a lot more than, I really want to learn a lot from all of the other people there as well. Because I think it's a really good opportunity, not only as a speaker, but as an educator myself, and as a social media person. I need to, I'm always learning. So I'm really looking forward to learning from a lot of the speakers. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Brian is joining us from Toronto. And with other speakers, I mean, I'm going to learn so much as well. I actually love when I do these events because I learn so much of them too. And I think we're always learning, and things are changing so fast. But I'm hoping that by the end of the event, Anita, everybody is going to know who Anita Wong is. But also at the end of the event, they're going to be able to implement what they've learned today, after 5 p.m. on Wednesday. And that's value, value, value. I love to bring value. And so that's why, even if you're not joining us in person, if you want to join us virtually, you can join and you can still learn. You can learn from the speakers. And, you know, I just think it's such a huge opportunity for networking as well, for us all to meet up again. And it's just before Christmas. And sparkly Christmas Santa hat already works as well. So
I might have to bring mine then.
you have to bring your Santa hat. Yeah, absolutely. David is here as well. I think David is one of your followers, I think.
Yeah, I've got Jeanette as well on my LinkedIn. I don't know whether it's because what we're doing, folks, actually, we're using Restream to do this. And I've actually, Sam set it up, but I've actually shared it onto my social platforms as well. So that's coming up as well. So I've just seen Jeanette's said hi.
Even learning these tools, like this tool is called Restream, folks. And myself and Anita actually met on a team meeting for affiliates. Was it?
Yeah, it was a Restream one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We were talking about affiliates and using the links and things like that.
That's where we met. And I remember I was stuck on something and Anita kindly said, I'll jump on a call and I'll show you how to do it. And I love collecting nice people. And so that's the kind of person I want to hang out with. And so, you know, really, oh, hi, ladies. Looking forward to Wednesday. That is a Facebook user. We don't know who it is. Could be Melanie, could be Hannah, could be Orla. I'm not sure. But we'll check later. So yeah, so it's really good that we're going to meet up. It'll be kind of pre-Christmas. So I think 5:15 p.m. on Wednesday, ask me how I am.
Yeah.
Because everything is just last minute, all the final prep and stuff. But, you know, I'm really excited and thank you so much for your support. And for anyone who is watching and that thinks they might want to come along, you can join us virtually. But also, you know, even if you're not going to join us virtually, check out the hashtag Social Media Fest. There'll be lots of tweets. It's Anya. We're going to get to meet Anya. So there'll be lots of tweets and lots of takeaways that you could even take from the Twitter feed. The event is in Wexford, David. The event is in Wexford. It's sold out, but Anita's flying in now tomorrow to Dublin Airport, and myself and my husband are going to pick her up from the airport and hopefully go for a little walk along the quay by the sea. And yeah, it's in Wexford this year anyway. And yeah, it sold out really fast, didn't it? It sold out.
Yeah, it did. And there are tickets for a virtual. I just run through the schedule in case you want to know. Yeah. So like basically, because I've got it up here, you know, we're going to start off with in the morning. Obviously, there's going to be the opportunity to network.
Share screen, actually. Can we do that and show it off if you want?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Do you want to do it? Or
yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, you go ahead. So we'll share screen, folks, and show you what's for so you can see. Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, so you just have to add it to the there you go. So basically, you can see the schedule here. So we've got Hope It's Not a Strategy instead of a Tragedy, a 7-step framework for social media success. And then we're going on to Instagram. Then we're doing my talk about let's not forget about Facebook. Then we have a break. And then we're talking about how to personalize your brand and increase sales. And then I'm doing a talk on using YouTube for business. And that's going to be an amazing one because I'm doing it. But they're all going to be amazing, but you know. Then we're going to do from social to sales because that's super important. You know, obviously being on social is an integral part of your visibility, but it's no good just being on social without making any sales. You've got to have that knowing what's working, and we're going to be getting that from a bit later on. So we'll go through, and then we've got leveraging TikTok. We've got, yes, if you're an expert in your niche, you can do well on social media, and that's like a panel discussion. And we were just talking about that the panels work really well because you get lots of different views and opinions and things, don't you?
Yeah, and the first panel, we actually have a HR expert, a tax consultant, and a marketing person.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 different kind of people that you wouldn't expect, you know. So it's we're going to get real stories. And
that'd be really good. That'd be cool. Then there's lunch. So if you're watching if you're going to watch virtually, you'll have a little time for a lunch break. Go and grab some sandwiches and downstairs, or catch up with the emails, whatever it is. Because the joy of virtual, I suppose, is that you can do it from your sofa. You know, you can sit in your office, or you can go and sit in your favorite cafe and tune in. You know, you can pretty much choose where you want to do it. And then afterwards, we've got how to turn 1 hour into 1 month of content from Kareem. And then talking about utilizing your time online when you're on social, measuring your success. That's super important. So we've got Amanda doing that. Then Sam's going to be doing her talk, which I'm really looking forward to, how to go global using Twitter, X and LinkedIn, which is great. Then you have a break, and then it's amplify your reach in the afternoon, connecting the dots. And then Jeanette and Deirdre are talking about how they how they took their family business to a global business using social media
as well. He's
Declan, amplifying your reach. And then we've got another panel discussion. I think that's really good, isn't it? At the end of the day, to have a panel discussion where everyone's got like all this stuff like zooming around in their head, and then you've got like this whole time to put it all down and listen to what everyone's doing. So I think we can share the link to this as well if you want the virtual tickets, but I'll copy it and then I'll pop it over to Sam in Messenger.
The thing about the panel at the end as well is, you know, it's an association with County Wexford Chamber Skillnet, and Therese will actually be speaking about what other stuff is coming up. Also, the other two speakers, Tom Finn and Clodagh, like, because we're on our devices, we're on social media, we're go, busy. Sometimes we forget to mind ourselves. So that's what that panel is going to be about. So at the end of the day, after all that learning, we're all going to go, and we're going to go, do you know what? Don't forget, don't worry too much. Just do your best, you know, pick the two platforms you need. So it's to kind of put everything into a nice little ending then with that. So
yeah, that's right. So I mean, you know, having a conference that does social media and has a discussion panel around that as well on the day, I think is going to be really interesting, because people can really take little actionable points and then go off, like you say, at the end of the day, and you know, and put them into action. And I'm sure you'll see lots of little videos popping up where you know, there's lots of talks about Instagram and things like that. So there's lots of different ways to show people how to show up. And in a networking conference event, it's quite a good way of not having your face on camera, because you can take little snippets throughout the day of the event that you've been attending and wrap them up into a reel or a YouTube short or a video for Twitter. So that's the sort of thing that, you know, I'm hoping people will take away from it as well, that there's lots of different ways of creating video and reaching your ideal audience.
And actually, I just noticed on the link, have you noticed there's only 39 virtual tickets left?
Brilliant.
In the past few hours, but it just shows lastminute.com.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just means that people can join us from anywhere. You can be sitting there relaxed in your PJs. You don't have no pressure to see. I had to get the hair done. I have to put the lipstick on.
Yes, I've had my hair done.
Nails done, you know.
Yeah,
so you guys watching at home can wear whatever you want. Like, but yeah, definitely, Anita, and you are an expert on YouTube and you really know your stuff. So I'm really, really so grateful that you're coming over to Wexford to help us and teach us all this stuff. So thank you so much.
No, that's lovely. I can't wait, actually. The last time I was in Ireland was actually my husband and I went on our first holiday together when we started dating to Ireland. He had a conference in Dublin, and then we travelled around. We went across to Wexford, Waterford, and all the way through. So, you know, so I haven't been back for a long time. So it'll be really nice to be back. And
I'm just noticing, was Vanessa, is that the lady we mentioned?
Yes, today? Yes, there's Vanessa from New York. Hi, Vanessa.
Vanessa, we were talking about you today. So there you go.
Yeah.
You see, and that's what's really important, you know, knowing who the people are, who are the experts in every niche. And that's another great thing about the conference, is now you will all know who the experts are in each particular niche, so that in the future, maybe someone might come to you, Anita, and need something like Twitter management or LinkedIn management or whatever. And at least, you know, okay, I can send them to Samantha or whatever. Like, it's nice that even if we're in the same business, all of us has a different superpower. So it's nice to know. I thought my ears were burning.
Yeah.
You know, like that. We know who is a specialist in each kind of skill, so we can refer to these, you know.
It's true, and also, like, even those of you that are commenting on this live, it gives us the opportunity, because we can actually click on your icon, and because we're using this tool, this Restream tool, we can click and see what you're doing and you know, and all those sort of things. So Vanessa has worked with me on her YouTube channel, but Vanessa's actually in real estate in New York, and she does things completely different. And it blows your mind actually how they do real estate in the way that Vanessa's doing it. So it's really interesting. Like David from Edinburgh, we connected on YouTube as well. So, you know, all these people that you see in the chat, you get to know what they do, and then when you do have someone going, oh, I need somebody to help me, they instantly come up into your mind as those people that you want to refer to. And I think that's a really good way of networking as well. So even if you are getting the virtual tickets, then not to worry, because there'll be that opportunity. And I know Vanessa's got a virtual ticket, so because she messaged me the other day, so she's bought one. So
oh, great, Vanessa. Look, hopefully I'll be monitoring it, some parts of it, because I'm kind of in charge, so I might not be there all the time. But I will be there for the first hour just to make sure everything's working right. So and thank you so much for your support, Vanessa. And that's what it's about as well. The more people that are better at the stuff that you're not so good at, the better. And that's what's great about social media. I'm not brilliant on TikTok. I'm not brilliant on Instagram, but I'm going to learn so much as well. So Anita, thank you so much. Where can people find you if they want to go and visit your website?
Yeah, so my website's anitawong.co.uk. Everything's on there. Of course, you can find me here on LinkedIn under my name, and then YouTube. And I do have an Instagram account, actually, which is starting to get a bit of momentum, and that's also under my name, Anita Wong. So most places are under my name. And yeah, really excited to be going tomorrow. I've got lots to do this afternoon.
I know, I'm just wrapping up. I'm just wrapping up for the day, and it's lots of questions back and forth. So I'll just check the link now. So at the moment on the virtual tickets, we have 39 virtual tickets left. I have a feeling, Anita,
you might go by the end of the night. I reckon people are going to start wondering what they're missing out on.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later, and thanks everybody.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
Yeah, David, thank you so much. Brian and Pierre, of course, as well, and Anya, thank you so much.
Yeah, and Jeanette. See you later.